Dzień dobry, assalamu alaikum, ciao, konnichiwa, bonjour, good morning, good morning, good morning. How are you today? It's Ken at 10 yet again. Hope you're doing well. If you've just joined us for the first time, wondering what on earth is going on, my name's Ken. It's 10. Every day we broadcast, talk about all things property from our offices in southwest London, where we sell and let property and manage it too, and talk about all sorts of things really. And if you're back again for another viewing, then thank you for coming back, and I hope you're having a good day so far. Were you out there with your torch yesterday for the anniversary? Strange time, isn't it? Thinking that it's a year since this whole thing started. Very odd. Here in SW16, we're in Norbury, by the way, which is situated smack bang between Streatham and Croydon, a Zone 3 commuter area. So if you're looking to buy, sell or invest, then we're a great place to be. And if you've got a property and you're thinking of selling it or renting it, then you need to talk to us. Give us a call when you have a moment, or drop us an email, direct message, depending on what platform you're viewing us on today. Nice to virtually meet you anyway. As far as the weather's concerned, here in SW16, it's a nice spring day, actually. And did you know it's spring officially this weekend? The clocks go forward. Looking forward to that. Do love it when it turns from winter to summer. It's lovely to see. And, you know, that extra bit of light that you get really makes a difference. It's just nice to feel that coming on, especially with the vaccine being rolled out apace now. So a few bits of news in the property market today. One thing that caught my eye was government reining in property cowboys. Did you know there are lots of secrets to property investments, little knacks and tricks and tips that you can use to buy investment property? Well, actually, there's really not. It's not rocket science. You do need to follow a few rules, and I'll come on to what we can do to help you with that in a moment. But this is an interesting one. We have for a long time now had these property experts that will come on to social media channels and the like and say, you know, last year I was destitute and now I'm a multi-millionaire because I followed these 3 secrets that you can follow if you just follow my course. And it's all nonsense, frankly. And if people are asking you to pay tens of thousands of pounds for courses in order to teach you how to do property the right way, then you're looking in the wrong direction. And it's quite frustrating. I do feel sorry for people. We've had lots of it locally here in southwest London where people have paid upwards of tens of thousands of pounds for these courses to be told the property secrets that will make them rich. And frankly, the only people that these courses make rich are the ones initiating the courses. And they're found out in the end. Almost always they get found out and then rehash themselves in another vein. And then same faces, different day, same story. You know, now we're a multi-millionaire. We've actually got a podcast. We do a podcast weekly, if you don't know. And the next one's coming out this Friday. And this Friday, we'll be talking to a real life London property developer who's a great guy, lovely personality. And he's going to give us the lowdown about what he does, what his day's like, what it's like to be a property developer in London today, and his experiences. So really looking forward to speaking to Jeremy. And that's this Friday. And that's the sort of thing you should be doing if you're thinking of property investing, listening to how other people have made money in property, gaining from that, understanding what the market's about. Really important to understand where you are. One of the big mistakes that a lot of people make is trying to time the market and saying, right, if only I can buy exactly the time when the market's at its lowest point, or, you know, not buy at its highest point. And of course, there's some truth to that timing, but to actually make that timing work for you, very, very difficult. You're better off. Property, in my experience, is the long game. You know, if you're looking for short-term profit, then it's really not it. You know, you can make short-term profit and there'll always be exceptions to this. But in general, most people make money from property by holding on to it, by buying it, renting it out, sitting on it. And then in years to come, the capital growth is realized, whilst the rental income gives you the mortgage payments enough to carry out maintenance. But again, you need to do your due diligence. This is not financial advice, but you do need to make sure that the yield works. That is, that after you've paid your mortgage payments, there's sufficient money there to think about things like void periods. Here in London, they tend to be quite low, but still you need to consider that. Also maintenance and repairs, potential tax bills. You know, you need to look at all sorts of things. But the important thing is, if somebody says to you there's a fantastic secret and you just need to follow it in order to become a property millionaire, look straight through it like a sheet of glass, because that's what it is. Nonsense. Okay. Britain facing 9 billion cladding black hole. Campaigners are saying that the government's fund is a drop in the ocean, and there'll be a £9 billion gap between what's being offered in the fund plus the taxes that they're putting on developers now, which they say the planned developer tax will bring in 2 billion over a decade. Well, given that they're 9 billion short, then, you know, you can see where the campaigners are coming from. And for a long time now, Many of you will know that we think that developers should have been held more responsible for this, and the government should have stepped in much earlier to help. There are many leaseholders that have been stuck with this and continue to be so. So very frustrating and interesting to see that one develop. Hopefully the government will throw in some more support, but we'll see what happens there. Second homeowners are being targeted by HMRC. This is an article in the Telegraph today. The Treasury has launched a series of proposals at the start of the government's tax day consultations. Chief among them is a tightening for rules of second homeowners, who will now only be able to register for business rates if their properties are genuine holiday businesses. This is a little loophole that if you're letting a holiday property, you get a tax advantage. And many that are not using them as holiday lets are suggesting they are so. And that's the reason for that. So that's it as far as the property news is concerned for today. What's going on locally is that we're still really busy on sales. 3-bedroom housing, where it's at for us, around the £500,000 mark, but that's whatever that's really. Even in a bad market, it's what we're known for locally. Practical 3-bedroom house near to London, zone 3, quite close in, not so close that it's really prohibitively expensive, but in a nice neighbourhood. And that's what people want in our area. In terms of buy-to-let investment, we tend to find that the smaller things are the most popular, i.e. the 1 and 2 bedroom flats. They tend to represent very good yields, stronger than the houses, and they rent very, very easily because young professionals, they want head down, their own self-contained space, and they're prepared to pay a premium for that. And that's it from Ken at 10 today. Hope you're having a good day. Stay safe and well. Have a fantastic day today. We'll be back tomorrow with another Ken at 10. Until then, take care of yourselves and your families.